Hey, welcome to the first ever Chip Skyler Show podcast. I am here with Dylan. Dylan, say
I
hi.
feel like I feel like I should be the host of this. You called it the Chip Skyler podcast. Yeah, you said I'm
It
here
was
with
my idea. It was
Dylan
my
Smith,
idea. It was my
aka
idea.
Chip
It was
Skyler.
my idea, Ben.
Okay. Anyways, welcome back to the Chip Skyler podcast. I'm here with Brian, aka Mr. Burt.
Oh, okay. You're taking the leader on
How are you
this
doing,
one.
sir? All right.
Okay, fine. Just kidding. Okay. So, I guess the first podcast, we're just going to talk about where we are, kind of this whole coronavirus break thing.
Yeah.
So, I think the first thing we should get out of the way is the Chip Skyler Show, like in general. Dylan, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, because everyone's been asking, like, what's the next for us? Because we haven't uploaded in a while. If you guys haven't known, I mean, what
Since
was our last one?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. That was what, like November. Like that's more than that's almost half a year from now.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's
it's just
crazy.
like, at this point, like, it's kind of weird. When we first started the Chip Skyler Show, like, we had this spark, kind of, like, we wanted to film. And as time went on, we just started losing ideas and losing that motivation. And now, I mean, I want to, like, whenever this whole coronavirus thing started, I just kind of wanted to say that it was the coronavirus's fault. But at the same time, it kind of wasn't because I think we all kind of lost that spark.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and we had a long talk about this, and I guess it's appropriate to share it with you guys now. But like Brian said, we lost this. We had this spark. I feel like every time you develop something or you create a new idea, it's always awesome at first, but eventually it's going to end up going downhill. And obviously, it went downhill a lot faster than we expected. We expected to do this at least throughout the whole high school, but we didn't even go almost the whole year without it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we kind of just our main focus was to create new ideas, and we feel like just every episode got worse and worse, and we wanted to create new ideas, we wanted to make new ideas, but I feel like we just couldn't. And when we did make a new idea, it wasn't as awesome as we expected, like when we actually put in the filming and
Yeah, like the
stuff.
whole Area 51 video, it had a great, like, idea, but the way we did it was just horrible. And we filmed a lot of episodes, like, we filmed one last summer of us at the pool, saving, Strider or P-Dog from a shark from a pool. Like, that, it had a good, stupid idea, but then it just flopped horribly. And then we got
Yeah,
into a Halloween episode that we never even uploaded, but we filmed all of it, and it was just bad. That was the definition of a terrible episode.
there's probably like 3 episodes. We could have made 3 more episodes worth of just stuff that we didn't upload.
Yeah, and we actually did film a Christmas episode, like half of one, but Dylan decided to get crippled and broke his ankle, and so we couldn't really complete that one because it was kind of hard on all of us and Dylan. So that one just kind of
Yeah,
flopped, and then we just kind of stopped. I started editing a lot more things like outside of school and in school during that class time we had to edit stuff. I mean, to film the Chip Skyler Show, I would be editing my own stuff. So everything just kind of died down. Our teacher was saying that like we probably shouldn't film this show anymore because I don't know. It just at the time when we first started it, it seemed like a good idea, and I think after the third episode, after the pilot for season 2, I think it started going downhill from there because I will admit I was a bit annoying. We were on set because I wanted everything to be my way, and I probably should have listened to what other people were saying, but I think that's one of the reasons why we stopped the show in general was because I was being annoying. One, two, I feel like a lot of our ideas, we had really good ideas, but we just couldn't go through with them because they required time. A lot of stuff required money, and outside of school time, we were actually filming the last episode, but we had to go outside of school and film some stuff, so that we just couldn't do that. But I mean, now that we have cars, or we're gonna get cars, we can actually go film stuff outside of school. So hopefully that'll change. But
well, I guess we could move on to like, I guess this is a decent topic to talk about now that we're like mentioning the downfall of the Chip Sky Show, and we can talk about this big hole and gap we had with our friendship in the past few months as well.
yeah, because I mean there was a lot of stuff. I don't. This would be like a whole other episode to talk about, but a lot of stuff that was happening outside of the show, And the show kind of it needs that friendship energy. Like you have to be in a friendship in order to be filming this type of show. Like you have to be trusted. You have to be trusting one another. You have to be, I mean, wanting to listen to other people's ideas, and that just kind of flopped. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and then so now, um, here we are. Just we're thinking about filming movies. I wrote a movie called Dead or Alive 1. Me and my other friends filmed the second one too, but now I'm trying to get Dylan, Strider, Lewis, possibly even Aiken to come and help film this movie. So I think that'll be really fun. But
Yeah.
I think our prime goal is gonna be movies. I think the Chip Skyler show just kind of died out.
Yeah, and we did start your movie last summer. Whatever
Yeah.
like happened to like all that footage and stuff.
Oh, I mean, I still have it, but it just none of it would make sense because I changed the script so much, and that's the thing with a lot of filming and stuff that we do. Like a lot of stuff, we have to go back and refilm. That's
Oh
possibly
yeah, for
one
sure.
of the reasons why we didn't upload as much as the Chip Skyler show is because we had to go back and do so much refilming because we would see something that was wrong, and class almost be over. So the next day we'd have to go back. It was just like backtracking, like backsliding basically. And that's how a lot of episodes were. The Halloween episode was all backsliding. We would film something and be like, "Oh, that doesn't look good," and class would be over. So then we had to go back and refilm that. It wasn't a good process. We weren't really responsible with how we use our time.
And then yeah, another big reason was our teacher started making. I mean, when we first started this year, he said that we could, use class time and work on the Chip Scholar show. But ever since we came back from Christmas and stuff, he wanted to make us do the work that others had to do. So that left us even. It was
Less
hard
more
to find that
time.
time.
It's like on top
Yeah,
of
it was
refilming
hard to find that
everything
time to
and
even.
yeah, like on top of refilming everything and having to do class work now. Because at first he didn't make us do classwork, and then like Dylan said, we got back from Christmas break, and he was like, "All right, you guys are going to start like, doing projects that we do in class." So that kind of screwed us over. I think that was kind of my breaking point. I was just kind of like, there's. It was really stressful, at least to me, because I had to edit everything, get the camera where it should have been, make sure Strider and Aiken weren't doing something stupid. I mean, it was a lot just to even get out the camera, let alone film a whole episode in a matter of like a month or two. So I think that's where I just kind of hopped off that train.
Yeah, I get. And not having that, just it doesn't motivate you at all. So yeah, it just eventually it was just falling from that point. And like it wasn't even getting better. It just each day got worse and worse. I felt like so we just never got that motivation. And then, like I said earlier, me and Brian had to talk about it and everything, and we both agreed. And then we told the group, and I mean the group. I mean they're a little. I mean we were all disappointed that we had to end
Yeah,
it,
I
but
mean,
I think it's time for like a new chapter. I feel like, but
yeah,
obviously, I still have my YouTube channel. I still have the Chip Skyler character. I never want to let go of that because I created it and I like it. It's
yeah,
funny. It's always my go-to if I want to have a laugh with myself or something. So the Chip Skyler character is always going to be there. But like the actual shows and stuff we used to do, it's I think eventually maybe if we are ever bored or something, we'll probably make like a little skit or something. But I don't ever foresee it like just coming back for like good. But like I said, if y'all ever miss Chip Skyler, I always upload videos. I mean, I just uploaded a video today about it, so yeah, I'll continue with
yeah, the
that
Q and
legacy
A.
and all that.
Yeah,
So it's yeah, and even the vlogs now they're close to a Chip Skyler episode because we're all the characters, in
yeah.
my vlogs.
It's
So I
just
think that works out good, and we
the
don't have to like stress about like editing it and all that. Like we literally just make a vlog in like a couple hours and I'll edit it and that's fine. It's almost like an episode worth. So we don't have to stress about what the plot needs to be. We're just out there to have fun and all that. So we can just be ourselves.
yeah. It's like the editing took forever because I use Premiere Pro, so that means like when I edited on there, I had to spend a lot of time editing on there. I wasn't just like, let me
Oh
cut
yeah.
this and go. Like everything had to be lined up. And I mean, talking about it, I just kind of realized like how much work we actually did, but got nothing done. If that made sense.
Yeah. I know you would be sitting there for editing for like 2 days straight and only be like
Half, like not even
three to
half.
five
Yeah,
minutes worth. Yeah, like it's crazy, but yeah, editing is. And you didn't even have like access to that at your house. So the only time we got to edit was literally in that class. And like I said, once we started having to do work, like we literally got like 5 to 10 minutes maybe to
Maybe.
ourselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just really difficult, and it put a lot of stress on us too. And I think me and Brian, we discussed that earlier, that it put a lot of stress on us because you guys, y'all enjoyed it and stuff. And we always feel like if you're gonna have a show, you're gonna have to have like produce, like you can't work at your own pace. So we felt like we had to produce these episodes in a
Yeah.
certain amount of time. So we really stressed about it. So that's why,
Yeah, I feel like near the end, felt like
all
I
that
was
stuff
like,
happened.
I felt like I wasn't wanting to do it at that point. I felt like I was being forced to do it, and that I kind of realized that, and I was like,
Exactly.
I shouldn't feel forced to do anything with filming. Like, if I'm gonna do something, I want to enjoy it. Like later on in life, when I get a job, I don't want to call it work. I want to be able to go in and have fun doing my job. And the Skyler show, it was fun at first, but like I said, like our ideas just kind of became stale. The
Yeah.
last episode that we were filming, which is the last episode, um, it had a lot of really really weird plot holes. Sorry, plot holes that were in there. Like Thanksgiving episode, Dylan broke up with Ashley, and then we were trying to recuperate that within in the last episode of where they get back together, but then that just couldn't work because times didn't really match up, and then um, Strider was always working about school, and I mean on top of all of this, we also had normal school days. Like it everything just topped itself off. Something always one upped itself. Like I would be stressing
Yeah.
about science class and come into our teacher's class and have to worry about filming, editing, doing this project, getting everybody together, getting the camera set up, getting the microphone set up, getting a room to ourselves, which sounds easy enough, but getting a room to yourself in a class full of like 30 kids, it's really really hard. So it was just so much, and some days, on Wednesdays, we get a 2 hour period. And we get around maybe 40 minutes to film, which sounds like a lot, but to get all of that set up and have a script and
Yeah,
have
setting
was
things up
really
takes like half
30.
that
Yeah.
time.
That's kind of what
But
at
yeah,
least killed me, because most of the time, I'm not saying I always did, most of the time, I always got the camera ready. Whenever we use a microphone, I always got the microphone set up, and then just pulling people out whenever they didn't want to work in our group on the show, pulling people out of whatever they were doing to come work. It just felt forced, and I just didn't like it. But now we're doing movies. I think we're gonna start doing more movies. Like I said earlier, we're gonna start filming this zombie movie that I wrote, and then after that, I think we're gonna film a comedy. Maybe, I don't know. We haven't really decided on it yet.
I think a comedy would be fun. It'd be really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Um.
But yeah, I think this whole Corona stuff has made it harder to even film your movie. So right now, at the moment, I don't think we're gonna be producing anything anytime soon.
Oh no. Especially my movie, because I edited everything at school, which I can't get to anymore. So whenever summer ends, we go back to school. I guess I'll start re-editing the movie. But I mean, at least for the as far as movies go, you're not gonna get any movies at least until maybe like I want to say fall break, maybe like next school year fall break. But
Yeah,
yeah, and like you said, with this whole Corona thing, it's really, really messed us up. On top of filming movies, we were also wanting to film a documentary about our show, just kind of going into detail, like from the first time we met until, hopefully till senior year, whenever we're all still together. We were gonna make a documentary and basically film everything behind the Chip Skyler show. So like go behind inside jokes, go behind drama that happened behind the camera, and we were gonna post it whenever we were seniors so we can look back on it and be like, I remember that, or just something it's like funny, like looking back on something.
Yeah, like this is gonna be a 3-year process here.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be a long thing, and like,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I'm already imagining, like, imagine someone filming your whole high school life, basically, like refilming it. Like, I feel like I would deserve it at that point, just to be able to, like, when I'm 30 or 40, look back on that video and be like, dude, like, those were the good old days, type of thing. But
yeah, yeah. And it's always you always want to film the most footage you can, so you can always look back on it. And I feel like this documentary is gonna like highlight our whole entire high school
yeah,
career.
like,
So
we're trying to spend a lot of time, like, a lot of dedication onto it. Like, um, we've already started filming the first half. And we filmed the first half one day, and then the next day we came back, and I was like, we should film it, but we're not wearing the same clothes. Like, we were going into detail. I mean, even with clothes, and a lot of our friends that we had the first year in this audiovisual class, they're not with us anymore. They're not in that class anymore. So it's kind of hard to get everybody that we were friends with to come back into that. So we're definitely going to have to, like, cut out some stuff that actually happened, but it's going to be somewhat true to what happened.
yeah, we're gonna do like them. Yeah, like you said, we're gonna do as much detail as we can and stuff. So.
Yeah, like, especially with how we talk to each other at first. Me and Dylan have already filmed a couple dialogue scenes in between him and I, kind of like our first time talking to each other. Um, I mean, it was a bit stretched of when we first started, like, had a full-on conversation with each other, him and I. I'm pretty sure we were on the phone, but just for the documentary's sake, we did it inside of our school. So a lot of things, like, the context really happened, but, like, for this case, it's the location that was changed. Other than that, I think all the details that we can include, we're gonna include. Coronavirus thing interrupting everything. It's really messed us all up. It's really gotten in the way of our flow. The last hangout time that we had was like 2-3 weeks ago, maybe, and that was whenever this Corona stuff was like really starting to blow up. It was like right after I left Dylan's house. I got back home, and I remember hearing on the news that the U.S. had. I literally got back home, and I remember hearing the U.S. had reached 80,000 infected, and I remember being like, "Well, that was our last sleepover for a while." So, which it has been. We have not been able
Yeah,
to see each other in person, and
yeah, that sucks, bro.
yeah, because I mean, my mom won't even let me go to my neighbor's house, my friend's house. So I haven't really had any human contact with anybody, besides my family, in a very long time. It feels like.
Yeah, it's
Not.
definitely tough, and I think this summer is gonna be. I think that this summer is gonna be one of the best summers, honestly, because we're gonna be able to drive, we're gonna be able to film. I think we're gonna end up hanging out at least every day, to be honest.
Yeah, because I mean, that's if this whole Corona thing is I mean fixed. I mean that's in what 5 or 6 weeks from now, summer, and I mean I I'm I'm really really hoping this, like, we at least have like a grasp on how to fix it. But if not, I don't want to say this, but I really think we might still be quarantined halfway through summer, and I don't want to think about that
Yeah,
because we got stuff to do. Like, filming might seem stupid to a lot of people, but like for us, it's a priority, and that's kind of like, especially for me, like that's like all I do during the day is I take pictures, I edit stuff all the time. I mean, most of my day consists of thinking of video ideas, editing, filming. I mean, it's kind of like a lifestyle, I guess, like a way of, I'm guessing, dealing with this whole Corona thing. It's kind of taking my mind off it. So whenever we get out of whatever this state the world is in, I think that whenever we come back and see each other, I think we'll be probably even better at filming because we would have had that break, had time to recuperate. And I think whenever this whole thing is over, we'll be, I think, even better at everything that we do.
it's gonna suck like not seeing each other for a while, but I think yeah, it'll be worth it for sure. And I think we're gonna produce some awesome stuff this summer. It's gonna be like I said, I mean, even looking back at like the first ever episode, we thought we were so cool and stuff, and like now looking what we can do now, like it's just it gets better and better every time, and we're always, we're proud of it for sure. So
Yeah, and especially now, like we've all grown this year. Not only physically and mentally, but like talent wise, we've all grown. I have gotten better, way better at editing than I was at the start. Um,
yeah,
I've gotten way better at filming. Dylan's got better at acting. Strider's gotten better at whatever he does. I think whatever happens in like the next couple months is gonna really judge on how we come back with it from this.
yeah,
Cause I just heard on the news that I think 100 or something like that, 100 something countries are now infected with the coronavirus. Like it's spreading. I think everybody kind of knows this. It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
yeah.
Sorry.
Did you hear, yeah. Did you hear Lewis's mom got corona today?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
No
Lewis's
way.
mom tested positive.
No way.
Yeah. You didn't know? You didn't see the group chat? Oh
Oh,
yeah, you haven't been on your phone all day. Yeah, Lewis's
dude.
mom tested positive.
Oh yeah. By the way, they had a sleepover like 2 weeks ago, and you were around Lewis, right?
No, we don't have a sleepover. We're hanging out for like for like 2 hours.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's
But yeah,
scary.
now I know like Lewis does have his mom like didn't want him to test because like she was scared for him, but like
But he's been sick. He's been coughing like a lot. He's been having
yeah,
really bad chest pains. I've told him he needs to go to the doctor. He's like, no, I don't want to go. So here we are. um. Well, I just figured out one of my friends has coronavirus.
but
That's
yeah,
cool.
he's with his mom,
Well, no,
or
he's
no,
with his
he's with his
dad, right?
dad
Oh
now, but.
no, in Florida, dude.
So I
And
feel
his
bad
dad,
because
yeah.
his mom's like
And
all by him.
I don't know if he wants me to say this, but his dad has sleep apnea and really high bad blood pressure. So if he gives that to him, like that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, that's what Lewis was saying today. He's like he's scared that he had it and gave it to his mom. Now he's carrying it to his dad because if his dad gets it, then like he's not gonna be able to like put it up as
I mean, not
other people
only
are.
is his
Cause
dad gonna be able to deal with it, Lewis is not gonna have anywhere to go that's not infected if his dad gets it. Because now his mom has it and he's with his
yeah,
dad.
that's scary.
So if his dad gets infected, he can't go to his mom because she's infected, and he can't stay with his dad because he's infected. So I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah, it's scary, dude. But yeah, I don't know
Wow,
what's gonna happen.
that
But
is crazy,
I didn't know you
man.
knew that. I thought you saw the text today.
No, I just found
But
out. Holy crap!
yeah,
All right,
we
well.
we told each other we were like if anyone in our friend group gets it, it's gonna be Lewis.
We did say that like a while back. I was like, I know. This year I've gotten sick like 4 or 5 times, and this has been the worst year for me with sickness wise. Dylan's dad was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. If one of your friends gets it, it's gonna be Brian. No, it wasn't. Get flexed on. But so now it's Lewis. So I feel bad for Lewis because that literally, he's obviously gonna get it if he doesn't have it already. So that's.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has it already. He just hasn't been tested for it.
Oh my gosh. I feel like that's kind of. I feel like that's gonna change how we hang out too. Because if his mom has it, and if we hang out during the summer with Lewis, he's
Yeah.
possibly gonna give it to us. So that is
Well,
rough.
I think by summer, yeah, I think by summer they'll have a grasp and at least know how to treat it. But I'm honestly, I'm not worried about it at all. Like I literally just got back from the grocery store. Like I wasn't wearing a mask. I'm not. I'm pretty immune to everything, and I understand that like the
I'm immune to the
people that
coronavirus, guys.
I am. I know. I feel like I am because the only time I get sick is like once every 2 years, and it's only strep throat. I've never gotten anything besides strep throat, so I'm pretty immune to things. I mean,
Yeah,
I've been drinking vitamin C like every day, so yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not really scared about it.
I got
Yeah, yeah.
food poisoning from Papa John's, so.
See, Brian, you get sick like once
My
a
luck,
month.
I told you, my luck. I always. Golly.
I'm surprised you haven't gotten it yet.
Right. So, so Dylan, what have you been doing this whole break? Like, what has been your day consisting of?
Uh, well, it's been pretty boring. I've been like trying to work out a lot. I'm on this like diet plan or whatever
Yeah.
that's supposed to help. build muscle and stuff. But
Yeah.
get that summer body
Okay,
for the
that'll
ladies.
that'll do, sir.
And yeah, I've been busy working out and stuff. But other than that, it's been like really boring. Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's
can't.
like it's like we've been fine. Like we've been fine. Like any other break, like not hanging out with each other. But for like this one like hits me hard not being able to see you guys.
Cause like we're out of school, but we can't see each other. It's just kind of like a wham in the
Yeah,
face, I think.
yeah,
But
it sucks for real though. School's stressing me out. Oh my god, because
online,
it's like
yeah,
yeah, like the teachers they don't. I feel like I mean like there's like two of my teachers that I feel like they don't know like it's like those old people that like don't know anything about technology. Like I feel like that's how they are, and so like they don't know what they're doing. Like they
yeah,
say they posted all these things, but like they haven't posted. Like I don't think they know what they're like how to do anything. So it's like really hurting my grade because I mean science. Like I got
yeah,
like two missing assignments for something that I never saw posted or any of my friends didn't see posted. So it's just like it's really like confusing and stuff.
yeah.
But
They post a lot of stuff on
yeah,
different platforms. Like so, we have It's Learning, and a lot of my teachers would post stuff on Google Classroom and stuff like that. So it's like you have to. It's like why not post everything on one platform? I don't understand that, but um, yeah. In my opinion, I think they should just cancel school in general and just make this school year and like an easy pass type of thing
yeah, I
because
agree.
here's the thing about this. Public school teachers are trained to do one thing: publicly teach. They're public school teachers. They're not online school teachers. So whenever you take their environment and put that into online environment, it's very very difficult for them to figure that out. I mean, a lot of teachers don't know at all what they're doing, and I feel bad for them because like they don't know how to work this because there are teachers around the county that do online schoolwork and they know what they're doing. Our teachers don't know what they're doing, and it's affecting the teachers and it's affecting the kids as a whole. And I think this year, I think if anything, grades are going to go way down, and I think it's going to affect the county's what is it, GPA? Is that what it's called?
GPA, yeah,
Yeah, I think, or whatever it's, you know what I'm talking about. It's going to affect the numbers of our county, it's, like, definitely. Because
yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
if they were smart enough, they would just say, everybody pass this year, just stay safe. I think that's what they should just say.
And they've
Because
already canceled EOCs and finals, so
finals, yeah, so
like, what's the
there's
point?
no point in keep going. Like, I get that you're going to put our average grade that we have at the end of the school year in as our report card grade, but it's too much. Like, I don't think teachers know. Like, don't take this the wrong way. I don't think they know what they're doing when it comes to online stuff. Cause, um, my mom's a teacher and she has no idea what she's doing. I've had to help her with a lot of stuff, and like a lot of teachers, like they have to make videos. At least my mom does have to make videos of how to make stuff. Like she does lesson plans online through a video. So she has to like figure out how to upload it to YouTube, get it to her It's Learning page. It's a long process, and for you to take out their normal lifestyle of work and transport it into a whole another area, it affects everyone, not just the teachers, but the kids too. It affects everyone, kind of in a negative way.
I don't think anyone's grades are going up, to be honest. Like it's just
No,
hurting us. I feel like
like I have
with
Latin.
math for me, especially, that's like
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Like you
whenever we're
can't
doing
teach
yeah.
math you just can't teach math with like a video like that just or, that doesn't work like that.
And I mean, I have Latin. You cannot teach a language online. You just can't, I don't get it. You can't teach a language online. I feel like you have to be in person doing it. So it's just languages, especially math. This year, this is the most hardest year I've ever had with math,
Oh
and
yeah, for
science
sure.
especially. Like I get what we're doing, but at the same time, like I just don't like this online schoolwork. I've always wanted online school. Now I don't. I've always wanted to be
I
homeschooled.
yeah
Now I
yeah
don't.
same.
It's just too much.
Yeah, it sucks.
I think that's all about we have to talk about today. I think that's it for our first episode, the
Yeah.
pilot.
I think the next few episodes.
Yeah, this episode's kind of
Yeah,
awkward
I
because
think the next
we
few
don't
episodes
really.
are gonna be. Yeah, it's our first one. But the next few episodes are gonna be like we're gonna have like more interesting topics. Like I can't wait to talk about the house. Like that's gonna be an interesting
Yeah,
story.
that'll definitely be the next one because I mean, yeah, I'm not even gonna get into detail with it. So this podcast is kind of weird. First one ever. It's kind of awkward at first, but
Yeah,
at least I got comfortable with it. But
yeah,
yeah. So thank you for listening, and I will see you, we will see you, in the next
yeah,
podcast. Hopefully, we'll have Strider in here with us maybe next time, but we'll see. So thank you for
yeah.
listening, and
Peace
have a good
out,
day.
losers.